Kevin, congratulations on the show.
Thank you very much. It's thrilling at how good it turned out. You never know. And then you watch the cuts, and it's just amazing.
What were the early conversations in bringing back this classic family?
You know, Jack Burdett had this crazy idea to reboot the Santa Claus, and I told him it was crazy, but we'd try. And part of what made it so ambitious and perilous is how much people love Scott Calvin and the franchise. And so we were really, jumping without a net. And it wasn't until we got on the sound stages and Jack and Tim Allen and our director Jason Weiner, that three-legged stool all started working together where you're like, oh, this is going to be magical. So it just, it's nice. You work just as hard when something's not very good. So it's nice when you work really hard and it turns out great.
How important was it to make sure that the family members of Santa Claus were very much in the light?
I mean, we wanted to bring as much of that world forward as we could, and so every time we were able to, go to Eric Lloyd's house in Florida, see his character again, and of course, David Krumholtz coming back. I know it was like a state secret for a while, but once that cat was out of the bag, people lost their minds for that too.
Yeah, of course. It's a classic film.
Yeah.
What were some of the must-haves in the film that you felt were very important to make it the Santa Claus film?
Well, you always want to see Scott Calvin at behind the reins of the sleigh. We talk about it all the time, like, when are we going to see that sleigh? And once you see Tim Allen holding those reins, you're like, all right, we're off. This is going to be amazing.
And for you, working on it, what was it to see Tim back in the suit?
Well, it was amazing for me. I worked on all 9 seasons of Last Man Standing, so I've watched Tim just crush it for a decade. This close. And I didn't work on the films. I love them, of course, but. So even though part of the story we're telling in the Santa Claus is like, is Santa Claus losing it? Is he, is it time for Santa Claus to retire? The secret that's not so secret, but like, I just been watching Tim get better and better every year. He's so good at his job. And so it's like the one thing we don't have to worry about is how good Tim Allen's going to be at playing Scott Calvin. So, still a pain in the butt to get into the prosthetics. But once he did, he delivered every time.
How soon do you guys decorate for Christmas at your house?
We're slow. I mean, we're slow with everything. We're super slow on Halloween, and then we have to be shamed into the lights by the rest of the neighborhood. Where we got to do this because we're the only dark house on the block. So we'll be mid-December pulling up the rear as always.
Sounds good. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you very much.